Hi everybody, and welcome to Direct Mail Smackdown. I'm Peggy Hatch and this is Ethan Boldt, and we are here because we've been going through the mail from the Who's Mailing What archive and found two great efforts from Consumer Reports that really jumped out at us. So today's episode is going to focus on great magazine publishing mail, and thank goodness, I am so tired of the boring professional discount voucher offers. So let's get right to it. In my corner, I've got the Consumer Reports 8 1/4 by 11-inch Do's and Don'ts Magalog. What do you have?
In my corner, I have an oversized envelope called Learn These Lessons at Our Expense. And I'm going to first talk about the outers here. We basically have an outer envelope that uses a nice color, unlike Peggy's, which is fairly bland. And it uses both sides of the envelope really well. A lot of mailers are doing that today. As you can see, they're using pictures, which is unusual, and using really large type size, which is also smart. And last but not least, they use the free sticker, the great involvement device.
Bland, you say? How dare you? But you know, the point of an envelope is to get the prospect inside. And with a Magalog, you're already there. Both sides action-packed with great teasers on the front and premiums on the back. And I got to tell you, one of the things that really jumped out at me was, how safe is that chicken? Well, we'll tell you. See page 4. Well, now when I go grocery shopping, I know which chicken I'm going to buy. And if you want to know the same thing, you can download this Magalog and learn it for yourself.
Well, inside this envelope, you go right to the reply card, which is kind of a nice idea. You see some mailers do that. Often they start with the letter. Here they start with the reply card. And not only is it a reply card, but it's a large one, which folds out. Again, an unusual device. They use large type again. And they talk a lot about the benefits, almost like the voucher-like benefits here. And they talk about the two vouchers, the two premiums on the front as well as the back.
Well, inside my Magalog, it's jam-packed with actual takeaways, all the do's and don'ts, really gripping. It's just, once you start reading, you're not going to be able to stop. They're not only selling the sizzle, they're actually giving away some steak. And interspersed are some great takeaways with the free premiums as well.
And speaking of that steak, both packages do that well, to be honest. And it's also why Peggy, they've been in the mail for almost 3 years. They do work. And this one actually has like a little mini magazine of sorts, full of steak, all kinds of great copy that they really use in the magazine itself. But speaking of that, they talk about these kind of things in the letter. Mine has a letter, unlike Peggy's, and it has a great Johnson box, again with really good mentions of the content. And then they flatter. They flatter beautifully. They use that great copy driver right away. You can see on screen, lucky you. I just think that's a wonderful way of expressing this to the prospect.
All right, I'll give you the letter. There is the letter in the Magalog. It's just that it's woven throughout. I would maybe have used a different font or a tint to set it apart, but the letter does lead you right to the order device, which is a great summary of all of the goodies that you get. And as I say, I highly recommend that you download both of these packages and see them for yourself. And you can vote when you do that, so please do that. And thank you for watching today. This wraps it up, and a big thanks to Info Group for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate their support, and we'll see you in the mail.